Hello, Missing Pieces Mod Spotlight. So I recently saw this mod, and I realised in the 1.12.2 version, which has just come out, it's got support for Natura. And Natura, you can now make the bloodwood trees. So that's the upside down trees planted on the tainted soil. So what does Missing Pieces add? Because obviously it's about this. We've got this thing called the uh, Adirondack Chair. Right click on that, can actually sit on it, which is pretty cool. And that comes from these things, the spindles. I was looking at the spindles because a lot of it is just tables and chairs and stuff and shelving. Shelving, I believe, actually is like the most important thing. You can see full. I'm pretty sure that's full. Well, actually, there's no blood. You've got the bookshelves in bloodwood, so not all of it is done actually. Now I think about it. But there is a decent amount. Redwood's pretty nice. And let's put some of those bloodwood fences on. Okay, so it is taking. Let's see if I can put another stack in there. I think it's probably one stack. Oh no, so yeah, 4 stacks. Oh, sorry, you just right click on the shelf and you get the inventory. So yeah, 4 stacks per shelf, so per corner of each shelf is a stack, and it's quite nicely displayed in there. We'll have to put the chairs in there. So yeah, they'll be displayed there. But yeah, the spindles, when you go to usages, you can make these candelabras as well. The long and the short of it is, from what I can tell at the moment, the tall ones do nothing, and the bent ones just make those chairs. The Adirondack chairs. So there's that. And let's try and put a couple of tables next to each other. I believe it looks to me like there's probably a way to have. I haven't used earlier versions of this mod, but there's probably a way to. I mean, they connect pretty nicely actually. I'm just wondering if there's a. Yeah, I thought maybe. I think in Bibliocraft you can do some different types of stuff with the table. There's no stuff like plates and all that there, but it's pretty cool anyway. And then you have pillars. Let's see, we've got a bloodwood pillar. I do like the bloodwood. No, not bloodwood. Okay, ghostwood then. Ghostwood. So there's actually, yeah. So it's got that sort of. It's less Bibliocraft, more Carpenter's blocks, isn't it? I guess because we've got the ghostwood log and the ghostwood pillar, and the recipes for those. 3 logs, 3. Okay. So to do that, I imagine they're just pretty nice. Actually, it is pretty nice. Do that. Okay, it doesn't connect. Yeah. What happens if I do? Okay, that does connect. So that's pretty cool. These are actually quite nice blocks. I like the braking animation as well. That's really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of. The thing is, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really use this sort of mod too much, so I'm not entirely certain what's going on with it, but pretty cool stuff. Let's go. I really like this texture, this ghostwood texture. I have to, if I did use it, that's probably what I would use. Glass pillars, that's pretty cool as well, actually. Yeah, that is pretty cool. It's got a really interesting effect actually when you look at it because of the transparency. Amaranth. Yeah, it gives you actually a really interesting. In some ways, it actually looks better than the Natura stuff itself, which I quite like. Okay, so there's the logs. I need to just place it on the face. And they really connect really seamlessly as well, which is really nice. And then there's also the wedges, which is very reminiscent of Carpenter's, because it's exactly the same. That's why it's probably so. I'm not sure there's a wrench. I remember I used to just make this pattern all the time. Yeah. So it does wrap around how you might expect. Trying to think the best way to illustrate this. Well, that's got a long break time. Let's just do something super sort of symmetrical. Okay, so we can actually walk up pretty just like stairs. If I put one. So it's not going to change, yeah. I guess it connects if it can, if it feels there's a face free. Yeah, I suppose a lot of these things are fairly similar. But yeah, so there's the wedges. Yes. And candelabra. So we've got a couple of lighting options. Let's look at those in darkwood, maybe. Was I looking at? I've been looking at ghostwood, but darkwood, whatever. So we've got the candelabra and the lamps. And there are actually, yeah, there's actually various chairs. There's more of a selection of chairs than. Let's do the candelabras and the lamps, and we'll take a darkwood lamp because that. So if we take a look at the candelabra, just jump up here for a minute. I'm not sure if I'll be able to place it here. Oh, it's only small. So that's cool. Let's just, I'll just look at it a bit closer. Yeah, it's very, very, very Minecrafty looking, isn't it? It's not garish or ornate, but it looks exactly. I can see why it's so popular, to be honest. Looking at that, yeah, and the lamp, yeah, also very nice block. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the final thing is just to look at some chairs. So let's finish with some amaranth. So yeah, so we look at the chairs, we can see regular chair, straight chair, tool chair. I guess that's what the tool spindles are for, but the recipe, that must be what it is, right? Yeah, I think so. So we've got the tool chair, regular chair, and the straight chair. So we can just take a look at these. So we'll go chair, straight, and then tool, okay? So there's a regular chair. Straight chair, okay, so yeah, so slightly thicker bars there. And then finally the tool chair. Yeah, and just to give some sort of framework, we'll just put this table here. Not framework, but reference point. So yeah, you can see. Yeah, so there's a couple of pixels below, and then you gradually going small. And all of these, I imagine I can sit in even if it's got that. Let's just check this. Yeah. I can't actually dismount. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. So to dismount. Oh wait, this dismounting is kind of odd. Yeah, oh no, you just tap it, and then even though it looks like you're still on the chair, you're actually off the chair. Okay, so yeah, that's about it for this mod, so thanks for watching.